Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Pam Beitzel of the Beitzel team here at Realty Executives Arizona Territory in beautiful Prescott, Arizona. It is March of 2022, and I am so excited. I'm excited for the beautiful weather that is coming up. I am excited also for the new inventory that will be coming into our market, I hope, in this coming spring. It's always exciting to see what lies ahead of us in the real estate market. It is such an important market to all of us since everybody needs a home to live in. So I'm going to take you straight to my screen and talk to you about what I see as the trend and what my prediction is for the coming year. And also make a point about what's happening with interest rates. So let's just go straight to it and take a look. So when I go into my MLS every day, here's the stuff that I see. I see the hot sheet about what's been going on. I see, of course, my people, listings that we have, and also I see all of these stats. So the stat that I want to start with and just talk a little bit about is this one over here on the right. This is the prices. When you look at these stats, the red line always means the actives. The gold line is the new inventory. So what we have on market, what is brand new, and what is sold. For prices, of course, it doesn't matter what you ask, it's what you actually sell for. So the sold inventory is what's interesting to me. You can see, and this happens almost every year, beginning in March, we'll see a slow increase in price, and that will hold through the summer and often the fall before it dips again and makes another climb. What I've seen in all of my years of real estate, except for the Great Recession, which I did go through, is that every year these prices sort of climb in the spring and sort of reset at that point and stay there and then climb again and climb again and climb again. I am not a fan of thinking that these prices will decline. Why? Because I've only seen that once in the history of Arizona, and that was during the Great Recession. The trend is that they will continue to go up. So if you are a buyer, it is time to try to get into this market, even though it's really tough. Get someone like us working on your side. Here's what happens every year in inventory. It goes up over the summer and down. If you are a buyer, your best choices will be here, will be June, July, and August, and September. You'll have the most choice in those months, but you'll also pay the most. Remember, there's where our prices were too. Absorption rate is interesting. This is how long it takes to absorb every new listing that we have on the market. Look at that. It's going to come right back this year to where it was last year, and that gets kind of to my theme. Let's take a look really quickly, a little more intensely at what's happening with inventory. I've added a couple of months. Look at how January and January here are always high months of inventory. That's because it's the middle of summer. Stuff that didn't sell has been sitting around and we don't have as much buyer demand. Then notice that the active inventories go down. They went down in February and they went down last year in February as well. That's because buyers are starting to come out. They're peeking their little heads out and they're coming out and they're starting to buy. New listings are climbing too in expectation of that. And we had the climb in sold listings as well. Now this was last year, 2021, but look at the same, almost the exact same pattern is happening again for January of 2021. The only reason this is a really big jump here is that it made up for coming way down in January. It was down a little further than it should have been, so that jump was a little higher. Okay, so here we have 428 active listings. Last year in February, we had 437, so we have just a few fewer. We had new listings of 420. Last year, we had new listings of 392. We have sold listings of 318. Last year, we had sold listings of 324. My prediction is, based on seeing almost an exact replica of what happened last year with very, very similar numbers, is that we are going to continue to see this type of pattern for the remaining year. That is to say that it will be a strong, strong seller's market again. I think prices will continue to climb, albeit gradually. I think inventories will continue to stay low. Okay, look at is sold prices. That line is price. Notice how it kind of goes down sometimes, but then overall it climbs and climbs. This was, if we look at the average sold price for February of 22, it was $493. February of 2021 was $446. So it is gone up about $50,000 in a year. All right, that is not going to change. I don't see any relief in sight for buyers, and I continue to see a strong seller's market. Thing about interest rates, the horrible tragedy in Ukraine, which I think is terrible, and is the result. I won't get into that. I want to tell you that that will depress interest rates. Interest rates will come down just a little bit because of that, because people want to seek safety in mortgage bonds. Interest rates down. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I will see you next month in April, and we'll see if my predictions are right or if anything has changed. See you again.